breaking through to the other side. This is the 365 Days of MLM, my journey to financial freedom with Rome Bachelor. This is day 3 where I reveal my daily pro tips and my journey, the good, the bad, the ugly, the victory, the real truth of what's happening to an everyday guy who happens to be an Army veteran, who happens to work in corporate America, who happens not to be in a perfect life, but a life that has had some challenges over the last 7 to 9 years beyond what I typically see around me. Not saying that there's not many with far worse challenges, but I've had my share, and I decided not to go the easy way out, not to go with the pursuit of VA total help and antidepressants and looking for the ability to just take the easy way out of work, and decided I was going to then instead pursue my higher ideals, because when I die I want to be able to hear, "Well done, my good and faithful servant," by living the purpose and the purposes and using the talents I know that I was given, and I want to use them to make a difference. And so I chose the one profession, which is network marketing, that I have had the most success in my life in the past. Has it had ups and downs? Absolutely. Has it been full of disappointment from time to time? Absolutely. But I have had the victory on more than just a couple occasions, and I have lived a great lifestyle in the past, and the company went out of business. And so I decided I would do it again. And this time I was going to do it with a very stable company, and one with a track record, with a product I could be proud of. That doesn't mean that you can't use a startup and you can't do it with something that's not a product company, because I have seen all of it work. I'm just saying this is the path I have chosen. I'm not going to be talking about my company. I'm going to just be talking about my journey and reporting the results and some pro tips along the way that hopefully you can borrow. And I would encourage you to join in the journey of financial freedom for yourself, for your own reasons. And you can use me as sort of your silent running mate, sort of your daily workout partner through this podcast. And I will share my email if you just want to reach out and you have questions or comments or anything at the end. So again, I'm just a real guy that has had some downs and had some ups, and I'm just sharing my truth, my journey, and hopefully you can find value, something you can borrow in the pro tips that we share, the interviews we're going to do, as well as the journey itself, that I don't have perfect results day by day, but hopefully that'll inspire you that you don't have to either to get there in a year's time. So 365 days, let's knock it out. So here we go for today. Today my results were I spoke to 6 prospects today. We're going to talk about leads as promised today. The pro tip of the day will be, how do I find the leads? I'm going to share where do I find the leads and what type of leads. We'll share tips and pro tips and ideas on how to approach the leads for another day. But today it's leads and my results. So I reached out to 6 people, had 6 conversations. And the key word there is conversations. 6 emails, 6 messages sent out, 6 texts sent out, or Facebook messages or what have you on social media. Unless there's a dialogue, it doesn't count as a conversation. So my goal every day is to have some conversation with somebody, and as much as possible around my work, around my job, around my life. And I'm not looking to break records. I'm looking to share the truth and let's inspire hopefully somebody that even without great days, day in and day out, but mediocre days done day in and day out for 365 days can lead to massive results, which as we join in this journey and continue together, I hope you'll hang in there to see, and it'll inspire you to do the same and know that it's possible without super persuasive powers or super sales skills. Just a normal guy with a good approach, some good leads, and some daily activity. That's all it takes, because this is a better way in this profession of network marketing. As long as you have a stable company and a decent product, and you have integrity, and the company pays the checks, and the products work and are backed up, then you can feel good. And it doesn't even have to be a product company, as I've mentioned. But anyway, today I spoke to 6 people. I had 6 conversations. In this case, I used the sort of an old technology called the telephone, but it works because it's very human, and it's not the easy way out. And if you do it right, it doesn't ever feel like pressure. It doesn't have to feel salesy. In fact, you can take the humble way, and people are very kind to you on the phone when you do it, especially when you use a special tool I use, so that it's not actually cold calling when you do it. So here we go. I talked to 6 people. I actually have 2 of the 6 looking at my opportunity right now, and or committed to look. Let's put it that way. I will follow up tomorrow and find out if they did. And I have 1 looking at a special tool that I use to help me build the business that I get a little affiliate commission on. So why not get paid to prospect, right? So there's 2 ways to find people and build a business. One is prospecting and one is marketing. This podcast is going to be focused on primarily prospecting, because that's how you get the quickest results. Marketing takes a lot of trial and error time, and it has a delayed effect. And I'm ready to get out of my job. I can use marketing to make 7 figures, but I'm going to use prospecting to make a faster 6 figures and get out of the job and buy my life back, because that's my goal. That's what I want. So I'm going to be sharing some marketing in this podcast this year, but the focus initially, right now, the next 90, 120 days, 6 months, is going to be what brings the fastest results, which is intelligent and non-salesy prospecting with some good tools and good leads. So my leads today is the pro tip. So I have a way. I've used flyers in the past successfully. Yes, I did it successfully, and so did our team. I have done cold calling, which was terribly hard and discouraging. I have also handed out cards and prospected and done the 3-foot rule and called friends and family and spammed on Facebook and sent messages out and spammed by email before Facebook existed. And I've done a little of all of it throughout the years, I embarrassingly admit, when I didn't know better, but we learn. So, and most of it doesn't work that well unless you're just really good and somebody really takes you under their wing and walks you through it, that has already done it and knows exactly what they're doing. Well, I didn't have that. The only thing I had was encouragement, primarily to go to my warm market and the 3-foot rule, and of which I have sponsored people from both. But you know what? I wanted to be human. I wanted to be normal. I didn't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? I wanted to just be everyday normal and not walking around like Billy Mays, if you remember Billy Mays, although I like Billy Mays. I wanted to be normal. So I found a way to find leads that I was able to approach that were the exact ideal prospect for a home-based business or a team-building network marketing or multi-level marketing business, which are network marketers. But not only that, I figured out, because someone shared with me their secret, how they sponsored hundreds of people in a year without cold calling these people, without spamming them on Facebook, and without sending out unsolicited messages and links. So I said, wow, that's appealing to me. And part of it is with a system and a script and a tool, but none of it is cold calling, which is